What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together another very special build for y'all. Now, I'm going to be calling this one the Higher Flyer Slasher build in NBA 2K24 on next gen, and it's actually going to come out to the rare High Flyer build. Now, out of all NBA players, this one today is going to be reminding me of Blake Griffin. Now, with this one, we'll get a 99 plus when it comes towards our driving dunk, steal, and also our block. Now, on top of that, when it comes to our attributes and animations, we're going to get elite contact dunks and the upgraded layup packages with some of the pro dribble moves. Now, we'll also get a total of at least 58 badges. Truly, I think that this build is one of the best catfish builds for the offense and defensive side. Now, it's also one of the best finishers when it comes to this game, and it's really friendly for any game mode, and you can find success in any type of platform. Now, it really does bring the lob back into effect, and it's going to make a huge impact when it comes to finishing once we complete this build together and make it. So look, before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So this one is going to be a little bit different of what you would expect, but we're going to put it under the shooting guard position. Go ahead and put the height to 6'8" with the weight of 219. Then for the wingspan, I'm going to max this out to 7'6". Now from here, we are all set to move forward, and the first area that I'm going after is going to be our physicals. Go ahead and put that speed all the way up to an 82. As for the acceleration, I'm going to go with a 74. 84 when it comes to our strength, and then for the vertical, I'm going to go with an 85. Now for the stamina, put this to a 93, and this is what we're going to be looking like for this side of the ball. Now remember, once you do your Gatorade workouts, we get a +4. We'll have an 86 speed, 78 acceleration, 88 strength, 89 vertical with a 97 stamina. Pretty strong build to start out in my opinion. Now from here, let's get straight into the finishing. So for that standing dunk, I'm going to leave it at a 42. Getting into the driving, let's go with a 97. And then as for the driving layup, leave this at an 81. And then for the close shot, I'm going to leave this as is. Now as you can see, this build already, we get a lot of strong badges, and I promise to get into these into detail once we max this build out at 99 overall. So from here, when it comes to that mid-range shot, I'm going to go with a 63. Getting into the three-pointer, I'm going to go with a 78. And then for that free throw, I think it's going to be best if we put this all the way up to an 80. Now look, we get the badge silver, free points, and this is going to make a huge difference into any 5v5 game mode. Now let's go ahead and get started when it comes to the playmaking. So as for that pass accuracy, I'm going to go with a 79. Moving into the ball handle, go with an 81. And then for the speed with ball, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 77. Now pretty strong when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. We can do a little bit of everything from finish, shoot, and especially handle the ball. Now really where we go from here is going to take it to a whole another level. So let's go ahead and get started with that defensive end. So as for that interior, I'm going to go with a 56. Go ahead and move our perimeter up to an 85. And then when it comes towards our steal, I decided to put this all the way up to an 85 as well. Now here is what we're going to be looking like once we get this build maxed out to 99 overall. So as you can see, let's start with the badges from the top down. My favorites are Fearless Finisher. We also do get Pro Touch on the Hall of Fame tier. Giant Slayer with Whistle. Now when it comes to our driving layup, we'll also get badges like Hall of Fame Slithery, Aerial Wizard, Bunny, Pro Touch, Gold Scooper, Float Game, and Giant Slayer with Hall of Fame Spin Cycle and Two Step. Now for the driving dunk, this is what makes the build the absolute best. we get gold posterizer, a lot of Hall of Fame badges when it comes to our actual driving dunk. On top of that, we get all of the elite contact dunks, which I think makes this build very special in all 4 areas. Now once we get into the shooting, as you can see, a lot of potential here as well. We get bronze blinders, silver catch and shoot, Deadeye with green machine and space creator. Other badges that I do like are going to be guard up. We also get badges like midi magician, open looks, and even comeback kid with gold whistle being applied here. Now it really comes down to how you see this build fit for yourself. The main thing I'm happy about most is the versatility that we get from the offense to the defense. So as you can see, when it comes to our 3-pointer, we get silver catch and shoot, bronze deadeye, blinders, also going to be able to get bronze agent 3. Corner specialist, green machine space creator, all of these are going to make a huge difference. Now I want to know your honest thoughts and opinions on this build right now. Is there anything that you would possibly do to make it better? But what I think about this build today is that you can pretty much be an all-around lockdown defender on the perimeter with a lot of potential when it comes to carrying an offense for your team. Now the free throw is really going to allow us to take this build into any game mode. And then when it comes to our playmaking, we get badges like silver break starter, dimer, needle threader, relay passer, touch passer, and special delivery. For the ball handle, we're going to get some of the pro dribble animations. But look, we get silver unpluckable, ankle breaker, blow by, handles for days. Now Hall of Fame physical handles is definitely my favorite badge for this build today. We'll also get speed booster, killer combos, and silver triple strike. When it comes towards our speed with ball, we also get badges like hyperdrive. Everything for this build on the offensive end definitely allows you to be effective and a threat from the interior and out. Now as you can see, when it comes to our defensive end, my favorite thing about it is definitely going to be that we get badges like silver clamps, you get challenger, fast feet, 94 feet with silver glove, interceptor, and right stick ripper. Now you can be a two-way player, especially when it comes to the perimeter, but also when it comes to being able to guard other positions that are taller, and even when it comes to centers. I think you're going to be able to be just fine when it comes to guarding any position 1 through 5. Now if you take into account activating your takeover, buying boost, wearing gear, and then also on top of that, play well throughout each game, you have the potential to get at least a plus 10 to 15 put towards our attributes. Now look, I want to just say thank y'all so much for the support, and those of you who made it this far, God bless every single one of you. Now let's go ahead and make sure that everybody made this build correctly. We should be able to get these 3 different comparisons, and as y'all can see, we have created the higher flyer slasher build coming out to a high flyer in NBA 2K24 on next gen. Now thank y'all so much for the support. More so than anything, thank God for this day and opportunity. Now add everything up when it comes to buying boost, your takeover, wearing gear, and you'll see just how much potential we have out of this slasher build today, who does remind me of Blake Griffin. Now look, before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.